Want a sword? Get a mentor. Hey, it's Nina Carmichael. We made these videos is probably because you're the most ambitious person in your circle. You know you're capable of more, and you get that push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael, on how to raise your standards. Enjoy! Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Raise your standards.
The difference in people is their standards. The world is full of people who started with less than what you already have right now, and they're winning. And too many people are out there complaining. Complaining that you don't have the money, that you don't have the time, that you don't have the experience, that you don't have the personality for it. All legitimate, logical reasons. But others have done it with those very same circumstances as you, with worse circumstances than you. The difference is they have a higher standard for themselves. And today, we're gonna raise yours. One of the things I'm most proud about for myself, why do I love Evan Carmichael, is because when I say I'm gonna do something, I do it, especially when it gets hard. Like, it doesn't count until it gets hard. And I'm doing it not just for other people. I'm doing it not just because I promised you that I would show up. I'm doing it for myself because I said I was gonna do something and then I go off and do it. This is the foundation of self-esteem, of self-confidence, of self-love, doing it when you say you're gonna do it. And so on Monday, I usually have a 2-hour walking meeting with Alex. Alex helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa. He comes over, Monday's my mentoring day, and we'll usually go for a 2-hour walk around the city. And it's starting to get cold. You know, it's winter time here, it's getting cold. And so we bundle up and we go for our 2-hour walk while we talk and while we meet. I'm trying to do walking meetings more, just for my own health and just for the challenge of it, because it's easy to start something like that in the spring or in the summer. It's really hard to do it when it's in the winter and you live in Toronto, Canada, and it's snowing and cold, right? So this Monday, Alex was sick. He still came in, he was sick, he was running a bit of a fever, not crazy sick, but just sick. And Nina, my wife, super caring, said, hey, maybe you shouldn't go for a walk outside. And my heart's just like, come on. No, we have to. I said I was gonna do it, right? I have to, for myself, I have to go on the walk. Like, I'll go on the walk and leave Alex at my place and and just film the meeting with him. But we came up with a different solution, which was, I live in a condo, we have a gym in my condo, and we went down to the condo gym and I walked on the treadmill while he stood or sat next to me for 2 hours. Because I said that I was gonna do it. How important is that 1-2 hour walk? Not much. Right? In itself, not much. Am I gonna get healthy from doing that one walk? No. Am I gonna lose weight by doing that one walk? No. I'm gonna have so much more mental clarity by doing that one walk? Of course not. But it's the whole game, because you're teaching yourself that you follow through. You're teaching yourself that you have high standards. You're teaching yourself that when you say you're gonna do something, you follow through, because life is coming for you with a ton of roadblocks. Life is gonna throw tons of curveballs at you. If you can only do the thing that you said you were gonna do when it's easy and the path is perfectly clear, you're never gonna do it. This is why people don't stay consistent, because as soon as life gets hard, you let yourself off the hook. You allow your standards to drop, to say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, of course I can't go for a walk because Alex is sick. Right? And there are definitely legitimate times when you should let yourself off the hook. If I was dying in bed with a fever and I couldn't get out of bed, I wouldn't go for the walk. That makes sense. Don't be stupid. There's times when you need to be gentle on yourself. But more often than not, we are too gentle on ourselves when we shouldn't be. I could have done the walk, and we did it. We did it in the gym downstairs, and Alex stood next to me and sat next to me and didn't have to go outside and get the cold on him, and I still got my walk in, right? And I feel great about it. Because I did it when it was hard, because here's this obstacle that life's throwing at me. Here's an easy way when everybody around me is saying, you don't have to go off and do it. And a little tiny voice inside my own head saying, okay, well, here's a chance. You don't have to do it. Like, no, be quiet, voice. I'm doing it. We're finding a solution. Let's go. And the solution is gonna walk on the treadmill downstairs. So how can you start raising your standards for yourself? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Step number 1 is building credibility with yourself. This is so important. This is the starting point. This is the foundation. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. It starts with getting up in the morning. Most people, the first thing they do is they hit the alarm clock, right? You snooze. That's the very first thing. And I think that's a mental trap. I think every time you hit the snooze button, you're starting your day telling yourself that you suck. The very last thing you did last night was say, I'm gonna wake up at whatever clock in the morning tomorrow. And the very first thing you do in the morning is say, I'm not gonna hit my goal, right? That is not what you wanna train yourself to do. That is teaching yourself from the very first second that you will wake up, right? The second you wake up, you're telling yourself, I suck, I'm not gonna hit my goal. Stop doing that. When you say you're gonna do something, you do it. You do it. You do it. Even if it's a small version of it, you still do it. If you said you're gonna do push-ups every day and you feel really sick, do 2 push-ups just to show yourself that you do it. You have to set goals and then follow through. So be very careful, very intentional about the goals that you set for yourself. And then once you do, you have to follow through. You have to put your best effort on accomplishing that goal for the day, because that's where your self-love comes from. Your self-love comes from doing difficult things. It comes from setting goals, and then once it gets difficult, you still following through. That's how you build credibility with yourself, because the challenge is, if you snooze, if you let yourself off the hook, if you don't go for the walk, if you don't do the thing as soon as it gets a little tiny bit hard, the next time you set a goal, you're gonna get excited and say, I'm gonna do this goal. This is my next goal. I'm pumped up. And then the next day you're gonna say, I'm not gonna do that, because you don't do any of your goals. Because you've taught yourself that you set goals and don't follow through. This is the starting point. Set fewer goals. And once you set them, you have to follow through. Number 2 is remember your big why and little why. This is what helps keep you on track. Your big why is your big vision for what you're trying to accomplish, the big mission that you're on. I want to solve the world's biggest problem. I want people to believe in themselves more, right? It's what I'm doing for the rest of my life. And sometimes that's motivating and inspiring and amazing and gets me going and wants me to raise my standards to get there. And sometimes it seems too big. And so the little why is, I don't know how I can help 1 billion people, but I help 1 person, I help 2 people. I can go to my comments and see that I helped some people and they're leaving me feedback. You guys, you beautiful people, leave me feedback on my videos, right? And remembering that the work that you do is important. If you felt every day that you woke up and you were doing work that was important, you're built to serve, right? It was meaningful to people. It was helping people. The work that you did matters. It would force you to raise your standards. And you do that by remembering your big why, the mission you're trying to take on, and the little why of feeling like I helped 1 person. And sometimes that big why is amazing and that's all you need. But when that feels like it's too big, go back to the little why and remember that you helped at least 1 person. You made a difference in their lives, and you can do it again today when you raise your standards. And step number 3 is have an environment of excellence. The environment that you create for yourself really matters, because you set it up once, right? This office that I'm in, this is my office, right? I walk in here every day is what I look at. This might be really inspiring to you, or it may mean nothing to you, right? All these pictures, they mean something to me. My Doritos bag that is not here anymore because I have my new book, Built to Serve. Pre-order your copy. Links in the description. Go get it. My Doritos bag that was here. But even this book, I'm proud of this book, right? The awards that I have down here. Everything that's in my office was designed. Even the clothes that I'm wearing and the things that's on my desktop background and my cell phone background, right? It's designed with intention. The beauty of having something like this is you set it up once. I printed these pictures off once, I put them up on my wall, and every day I walk in, I've got Steve Jobs staring me down and Ipa Giannini staring me down, and my parents looking at me as soon as I walk in the door, and Howard Schultz and Kanye West, they're looking at me. They're inspiring me on a daily basis. I pull up my phone and I look at that message on my phone and my desktop, all of it, right? Design your environment. Ask yourself, what's in your environment, is it allowing you to be excellent? Is it pulling you up to a higher standard? And if it's yes, amazing, keep doing it. If it's no, then fix it. Fix it. Even putting this on every day makes me feel like a superhero. That may sound silly, ridiculous, crazy to you. Awesome, go do you, right? For me, it's what I like to do. This is what gets me feeling amazing. So whatever it is that pulls you up to a higher standard, that's in your environment, that you're doing daily, that you're probably just mailing in and just running through the routine of, right? Change it. Ask yourself, what does an excellent environment look like for you? What do you need to have on your body, in your environment, on your walls, on your backgrounds, right? Your screens. What do you need to have there that when you see it, it's going to remind you of who you are and who you want to be and the person that needs to grow to accomplish the goals that you have for yourself. Create an environment of excellence.
If you want more confidence and motivation, please check out our 254 series. The link is in the description below.
For me, my goal is to help the building entrepreneurs. And so I always wanted to work on projects that have the ability to have a massive impact. That's what I strive for every single day.
Don't go to them asking for help first. Go to them with value first so that they're stumbling all over themselves to try to find a way to help you out too. Bring value first.
Find whatever the smallest first step is, and then the smallest next step is, and continue to build those steps. And when you look back, you'll have realized that you made some pretty significant progress.
Rule number 2, develop a great morning routine.
Nobody wakes up every day and says, this is gonna be the greatest day ever. Not Dan Locke, not Evan Carmichael, not Tony Robbins, nobody. You wake up and you're tired and you have stuff in your eyes and you have lines on your face from the pillows. The difference between successful people is that they demand excellence from themselves through the habits and routines that they do daily. The problem is that thinking that these people are different, that if you're not waking up with tons of motivation ready to take on the day, that something is wrong with you. The only thing that's wrong with you is you don't have the habits that set you up for success every single day, and today, I want to change that. So I have a 5S morning routine that I go through every single day that sets me up for success, that demands excellence, I'm going to share with you guys today. The first S is sing. The fastest way to change your state is to put on music. The fastest way to go from feeling low energy, tired, bored, into an energy of I am ready to go is music. Put on the song, not that makes you feel the current way that you're feeling. This is where most people mess up. You put on music for how you're currently feeling. If you're feeling really sad and low energy, you're gonna put on really mellow, slow music. What does that do? It keeps you in the same state that you're in. It keeps you exactly where you are. What you wanna do is put on the music for how you wanna feel. And so I have a playlist on my main channel called the Believe playlist, which is the songs that I listen to. These are the songs that I listen to every day. They may work for you, they may not work for you. There's no perfect song for everybody. This is the perfect song for you. And so build a playlist of the songs that make you come alive. Here's the criteria. If this song came on, it would force you to start moving. If the song came on, you find yourself doing this. If the song came on, you would get out of your chair and want to move around. Doesn't mean you're gonna dance like crazy. Doesn't mean you're gonna start belting out the lyrics. That may be you, awesome. But if you're a little more introverted or don't like to dance, something that would make you move, something that would get you at least in your chair doing this. That's what I want. Make a playlist and put that on as the first thing that you do every single morning. It'll make a huge difference to setting the tone, changing your state, and giving you energy and momentum to start the day. S number 2 is sun. I like getting outside. I think there's something about getting outside of your home, of your condo, your apartment, getting outside, getting some fresh air, just being out in nature makes a big difference. Getting some vitamins on your face from the sun outside, but also signifying that you're leaving your bedroom, you're leaving the condo, the apartment, the home, you're leaving what happened last night and you're ready to go off and start the day. This is especially important if you're working from home, because it's easy to have your office right next to your bedroom, or maybe your office is your bedroom, and carry that bedroom energy, that tired, I just woke up, I want to stay in bed, I want to sleep energy into your work, and you won't do great things if that's the energy you're carrying to your work. So having some kind of ritual that splits up sleeping energy to I'm ready to go energy makes a big difference, and I find the easiest way to do it is to get outside and get some sun. Bonus points if you're in a condo or apartment to take the stairs instead of the elevator. S number 3 is soar, and this is the most important thing for me. If you only take one of the 5, I think this is the most important one to take. What is the thing that makes you soar every day? What's the thing that makes you feel alive, bold, confident? What is that? And put it into your morning routine. At some point in your life, you felt bold. You felt unstoppable. You felt confident. It's happened to everybody. The problem is you don't feel that way consistently every day. You go through these bursts, these moments of, man, I could do such amazing things, but then the next day you wake up and you're a different person. You're back to the, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Who am I to go do this crazy thing? That's the problem. So whatever the thing is that makes you feel like you can come alive, that gives you that boldness and confidence, plan it with intention every single day into your morning routine. For me, what I do is I record a message on my phone to Instagram, to my stories, I put it to LinkedIn and Twitter. Right now I'm putting it everywhere, but I need to make a message. So I think of somebody that I helped yesterday. I think of somebody who commented on a video, who I met in person, who I coached on my Instagram Live, somebody that I helped yesterday. And then I make a message channeling that person. I won't say the person's name, but I have them in my head that I need to remind myself that the work that I do is important. It's easy to get lost in the numbers. It's hard to imagine that 200,000 to 300,000 people watched my videos yesterday. That's crazy. It's a wild number, right? It's wild. It's hard to, like, what does it even mean? I don't know. I'm just sitting here talking to a camera in my office, and 200,000 to 300,000 people are watching my videos. It's crazy. I need to think down to the actual person. I need to think about an individual, that this matters to somebody, that the work I do really means something to them. And then I need to record a message and share. That helps me soar, and I do it every day. What is the thing for you? What makes you soar? Maybe it's watching the 254 series that I put up every day. Maybe it's watching the espresso videos like this that I put up every day. And some people, every day, this is part of the morning routine, is watching an espresso video, and I'm humbled to be part of your morning routine. For other people, it might be meditating, it might be watching a video, it might be reading a book, listening to a podcast. I don't care what the thing is, but you have felt bold, unstoppable, and confident at some point in your life. What led you to feeling that way, and then demanded of yourself every day by putting it into your morning routine? The third S is soar. It's the most important one. The fourth S for me is sweat. This is just about being healthy, having a healthy lifestyle, and I want to do something that makes me sweat. So whether it's a HIIT workout, a cardio workout, a weights workout, I put that into my daily routine because I want to bust a sweat and I want to stay healthy into my 40s, which is coming up, and then into my 50s and beyond. And then the last S for me is scare. I want to do something every day that scares me. What I'm doing right now is I take a cold shower. So after sweating, I need to have a shower. Don't want to show up to work all smelly. And so I hop in the shower, but right away start turning it colder and colder and colder and colder and colder. And then right at the very end, I go all the way cold and I freeze. And even just thinking of it right now, it sucks, which is the best. Right? You want to do the thing that scares you every day. You're teaching yourself that I do scary things. So whatever is scary for you, whether it's taking a cold shower, whether it's making a phone call, whether it's sending an email, making a video and posting it, doing scary things, teaching yourself, getting that out of the way right from the beginning, I find really helps me.
Now I've got a very special bonus clip on lose your scarcity mindset that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. What is the number one goal that you need to chase down this week? And if you made it this far in the video and you promise to take action after watching, we don't just watch video, we do something. I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe in the comment below.
You are staying small because you're afraid. You're afraid of the worst case scenario coming true, losing, having no money, and being embarrassed. But you know you're capable of more. You know the way that you're going about doing things right now is nothing compared to what you're capable of. Unless you lose that scarcity mindset, you're always going to stay small, knowing that you are capable of more. Today I'm going to show you how. So one of the easiest ways to get out of your scarcity mindset is to go from idea to action. As soon as you get an idea, you do something about it. And sometimes often that idea is going to be too big, too scary, too crazy. You can't do it. Who are you to do this? You don't have the money, resources, time, connections, energy, right? All of that, all of the excuses that come into your head. I like to teach myself that as soon as I get an idea, I go do something. It may not work, but you have genius ideas, trust them, go do something.
If you want to learn the number one reason you're not winning in life, check out the video next to me. You gotta click that one. I will see you there. Continue to believe.